second. Why my mic never works. Hello, everybody. It's Jen from JPML, and I am accompanied today by Arthur, better known as Korak, of course, from WRPM. Also Armel,
Hello, everyone.
champion of Armel, amazing champion of Armel, and just like basically has spent all waking hours for the last week doing Mahjong things.
Well, I think that's kind of the pro deal, isn't it? You more or less sign up for a lot of that, don't you?
You do, so you're living the dream. This is the dream, apparently, of everybody. Today we are going to be watching the 16th Mahjong Grand Prix Max, the final table. Of course, this is day 2 of the final table. Day 1 we watched last Sunday. Garth and I were streaming that. Today Korak will be with me for a little bit. And then we will go to the paywall stream to watch the end. And I will probably finish up that. If Garth comes, he will join. Otherwise, usually it's, a small crowd for the paywall stream. So we can have a little intimate stream with Jen and the amazing lineup that we have for the game today. It's going to get started right here. We have Hisato Sasaki, which is probably someone who a lot of people would just come to watch. Of course, M-Leaguer has been Ho'o multiple times. Basically a Mahjong god, I think. He's absolute royalty. If you look at the Japanese commentators, we have Kotaro Uchikawa there on the left side. He is coming to our M-League tour in June in the M-League and World Reach Tour in Las Vegas and New York. Hiro Shibata, of course, there in the middle. He has also been Hawaii. And Tori, I cannot remember. His name is like pronounced so, but they call him Pajama. I think Toria Pajama. The winning prize, of course, for this tournament is 1.5 million yen. Probably about $10,000 US right now. You can see the current standings. Shintaro Konno, who we have also had as a teacher multiple times at our World Reach Pro seminars. Another benefit of joining the World Reach Pro program. They went right past it before I could finish talking about it, but those scores will be on the screen once the game starts as well. Welcome to the chat, Vape and Yasamito. We are very happy to see you. There's Hisato Sasaki right there. He was having a rough time of it. I think a lot of people would bet on him to be the winner. But he is not leading the pack yet. Of course, we have 4 games, and if anybody has ever come back from a last place with a Yakuman, we always see the conditions on the screen, how many Yakuman you need, how many multiple times of a Yakuman you need to win or come back into first place. And Hisato Sasaki is the only person that I know in real life who has actually done that. This is Shintaro Konno, current leader. And Takashi Furuhashi. I think he won one of the WRC leagues, the JPML WRC leagues, to earn his spot in the Grand Prix. And of course, we had Hamano, was shown right after Hisato, who won the 10-tier tournament last year. And Fujiwara in the back is the official judge for today. Usually the official judge also was an official judge at WRC in 2025 in Tokyo.
All right. Well, looks like we're off here. 8-pin is the first Dora. Nice little pinfu hand of the Ryankan here with the 579, actually a 5799 shape, maybe an Itsu if you get some more tiles in Sozu. This is a pinfu hand as well. Hard to get any real value out of that. Just draw more Dora, always a good solution. So a whole bunch of mediocre pinfu hands. Maybe there's a Chitoitsu right here with 3 pairs, but everything seems slow. None of these hands are what I'd call good, but none of them are terrible. This is one of those hands where things will get a little slow to begin with, but they should a lot of actually get toward about the second row. 8 Mon connects the 9 here. 3 Mon, well, they have the 3, 5, 7, 9, 9. Not an ideal shape, but playing towards the Itsu and Sozu. 6 connect with the 5. Pay, okay, that seems to be a play for a Honitsu in Pinzu, just figuring if you do it, Dora will eventually come, or the hand just won't win, in which case you didn't really lose anything, because there wasn't value elsewhere anyway. Oh no, 135799. 5 fits in nicely, 13456. Oh, never mind. Honitsu plans out the window when the 567 is filled. 8-mon pair up. Could end up going Tanya with that. Dora draw. Okay, maybe you have a 79 Sanchiku in here somewhere. Holds the south. Doesn't do much just yet. When I have the extended shape, now remember there is a 2-mon in the discard, so potential Furiton later. Not even going to consider the Chuchotsu route. Jen, do you cut the 9-mon or even the pay in that situation?
I am a sucker for cutting my what do you call it? The honor tile pairs.
The honor pairs. It's
Yeah.
always tempting to do so. You can get in big trouble doing it, but oh well. See, this wants to go Tanya. It really wants to go Tanya, and there goes the 9-mon. Free pin not going to be held as a floor. It's not that good. You cut the 2 earlier. Well, there's your 6, 7, 8 in Monzu. It's not Ishan 10. Still needs a pair as well. Okay, well that fixes the Furiton issue. The 2 is drawn. Oh, another pair, and out goes the pay. Definitely going for the Tanya route. Now I have Itsu potential here. Oh, I never disagreed with you on that. I like the play.
Okay, I told everyone else. That's what it was. That's
Ooh,
my
3.
play.
Great draw. That is an Ishan 10. You do have the overlap with the 2445 needing a 3 twice, but it's maneuverable. Oh, well, okay. That's Itsu confirmed, but Ishan 10. We're going to see the 1 come out here. There are all sorts of tempi. None of them particularly valuable, though. Ooh, 4 pair up. Do you ever cut the 5 or even the Sha here? 4 pin. Okay, this says the overlapping shape is too much, so it's going. 678 Sanjiku. I think that's the new plan here. We'll cut the pay, not committing to it just yet. Of course, you do need the Dora, always the choke point. Now we see 2 of them have come out. Bit unfortunate with the back-to-back discards there. Oh, well, now we see a third 8-pin out. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't called.
Just catch
because this hand is now just really hard to maneuver with. This is kind of the ideal tile, and it wasn't taken. 5-so pair up, potential Shumpon Shaw 5-so later.
He is in the west seat. We're already getting 2 later, though.
Yeah, we're at the end of the second row, so you don't have much time. And that is Tempai. Will Dama here, waiting on the Shaw. Will be Shaw Nomi.
And one of the reasons you're going to see a lot more Dama or non-reached hands is because we are playing the JPML A rules.
No, there's the confirmed Itsu call. Now waiting 2-mon for Itsu only. Well, there's the Shaw. Out it goes. Says we'll just take the 1,300, and Konno going to be in first place. Not a big win, but always better to start off with a few points rather than dealing in. Hamano will be dealer here in East 2. 3-mon is Dora. Ooh, that 6-pin fits in very nice. That's a very good starting hand. You do have too many dragons to work with. There are a lot of questions to how do you want to play that hand. Okay, not even going to consider the Daisangan or Shosangan play. Likes the floating 1-mon, which I agree with. You can still accept Dora. In A rule specifically, you always want Dora. And here's a Dora pair up. Never mind. Getting that 3 is going to be very difficult now. And that's just Ishan 10. Out goes the 1-mon. 1 pin. We do have the South Anko here, but the plan's called Haku. Potentially. Hatsu pair up with 2 Dora. We see a loose Hatsu. Not going to come out just yet. 1 pin goes back. Tuban, it is the door indicator. It's always a good floater, but that hand can still accept a 3. Not ideal draw, but workable. Penchon cut goes with the 8. Speaking of 8, we'll pull that in. 6, 7, 8, 8. Pay not going to do anything. 9 pin doesn't fit at all. 1 mon. Well, this is the potential. You get a 2 mon, then you have a good shape. But, okay. Now that is Ishan. And there's our Hatsu Pon. This is Tempai. At least I think it's Tempai. There was a quick maneuver of the hand. Haku will be called down. That is Ishanten. And Chun will be called. Well, a situation where everyone knows the hand's just going to be fast, so everyone speeds up once someone just opens early.
Hisato.
There it is. Just a pinfu. Each dragon was pulled by a different player, and the closed hand just going to stop it, pick up the 1,000. Into first place for now, but just the double pinfu for 1,000. Kodo will be dealer here at East 3. East is the Dora. Pretty good pinfu hand, but no real value just yet. Slower pinfu hand. Cuts the 4. Okay, getting a little greedy. Maybe some sort of Junchan play in there. Chun goes back. Decent pinfu. Needs to fill the Penchun 1-2 pin, though. 4 so. Wow, just brute force to Chanta. Chanta, Junchan, maybe even Kokushi, cutting all the inside tiles, not believing there's any value in a regular pinfu style.
2 Dora. I know, no, it's not Dora. Ah, I did it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not there.
I did it. There's a Dora. That's the one I was looking for.
That is the floating Dora. Yes, will be held, especially at A rules. Floating Dora are just so useful. Because it's so hard to build value, they tend to be squeezed till the tempai is reached. Because the instant it pairs up, there's so much value. A 5,200 hand, especially in Aka Ari, is like, yeah, that's nice, but so what? In JPML A rules, it is a big hand. Six one, yeah, definitely going Chanter out.
You'll see that a lot more in A rules as well. There's no red 5s.
So even here, cutting the 9-7 over the live East or even the 2-mon there.
There's a couple
there is our
Dora.
pair up. Okay, Chanta is the play. Never even considering the Junchan now. It'll definitely be Chanta or just call the East if you get lucky. Or ideally, draw it yourself. That way no one knows.
It's a pair of
9
nines. That's
so
gonna help.
pair up. Three pin, 2-2-3. Could go 7 so, could go 7 pin, could cut the East, but I like the 7 pin. Goes with the 7 so instead. 8 fills the 6-7-8 shape. Oh, just draw yourself. 3 Dora and a Yakuhai confirmed. The problem is because of the brute force Chanta play, it's going to be very difficult to finish that hand.
Yeah, it's sort of a backfire when that East pairs up on the other hand because, yeah, if you could just get 3 East like that, you'd go for a much easier hand to win in the first place.
Yeah, and you see the last 3 discards, you're starting to think, wait, maybe this was actually Kokushi. But you're never going to turn down Dora 3 like that. That is Tempai. Will Dama here, waiting 7-1 only, no Yaku. 4, 5, 6. Back goes the south. That hand's probably over just because the east is going to be the choke point. You're not throwing a live Dora this late without something really good. Tuban, that fills in nicely. Ishunten with a Ryonkon and a Ryanman. Itsu, that's the type of tile that could cause the East to come out. Richi Itsu, especially get Pinfu as well. Oh, he was Kokoshi.
He's just desperately now wanting to call anything.
Yes. Ooh, 7-pin's a good tile. I like 9-mon cut here. Yeah, greeds for the Peiko Tanya Pinfu. Because that's really what A rules are about, is where can we brute force value builds? That is Tempai. Well, Dama here, waiting only on 5, so no Yaku. There it is, Richi, Pinfu, Itsu. Waiting 1 pin, 4 pin. That is Dama Tempai waiting on 7-mon.
This is exactly the sort of situation where 3 Dora can get you in big trouble.
The other part of this is Sanjuku confirmed, so it'd be Tanya Sanjuku waiting on 7-mon. Four, well, okay. Oh, I'm surprised the 3 came out. Could have just cut the 1 and would have had a Yaku then with the Tanyao, but was scared of it. That goes the 5. It's 1-4, though. That's not the deal in. That is Tempai waiting 6, so for Tondora 3. And there's the A7, Tanyao Sanjuku, 5,200, and of course the Richi stick.
I think he's dealer. That might be 7.
Oh, he's dealer. That's even bigger. 7,700, of course. 39,000. Konno up big now. We'll have a repeat. Of course, I do always wonder on those. Is it worth it to throw the Richi out even with the bad weight?
I mean,
Would have been long in the situation, but the EV is usually bad to do it because you don't have Ipatsu, you don't have Uradora, so it only affects things on a specific roan direct hit on a bad weight, so it doesn't pay off that often.
Yeah, they're going to be thinking about how many people will this get off the hand? Do I want them to get off the hand, or do I want them to keep going because that's how they're going to discard my winning tile? There's a lot of calculations, and these players know each other so well. They play each other all the time in normal Pro League. Lots of different, also broadcast matches like Focus M, and they've been playing together for at least 2 decades, I think, for Hisato Furuhashi and Konno. Hamano's a lot younger and a bit newer, but he's definitely been watching all these players for probably a decade or 2 as well. So these players know each other, and they're going to be calculating on things that are going to be different than if we were playing online against people we don't know.
One so pair up cuts the 3 for the 2-3-3 shape. This is Ishunten for Sananko. Goes in and keeps the 6-6-8 shape. Hatsu pair up. You kind of want to go Honitsu, but not with the completed block, most likely. Of course, the saying JPML A Honitsu is a thing.
It's the thing.
Okay, this is where you see how much of a pair-based hand do you want. Because there are some people who cut 3 of them. Oh,
hold on.
I think we lost it.
It will be right back. There it is. Okay, excuse
me. All right. I know, just played it straightforward, by the way. Throwing the 8-pin back. Of course, there was already 1 out, so you're not losing too much doing it this way. But Sananko is one of those Yaku that is so nice to pick up because it'll build the value for you. Oh, 7. I kind of like holding that 7 just to potentially accept another Dora.
What's the theory behind con or not for Dora, Yakuhai, and JPMLA? Last hand, it's Mongon either way. It's not much point, but more generally, if you have a triple in your hand, you don't want to give that away unless you think you need to get people off of their hands. If you think you need to get people to fold, then you might want to show that as sort of a threat.
All right. Well, Chun goes back. 5. Okay, now you have Ryanman. Could end up just 5 on Ton Shumpon. 6. Okay. Still Ryan Shanten because it's overblocked. That's Tempai. So doesn't take the Sananko, takes the Ricci Tone on 4-7 pin. There is extra Fu here as well. I feel if there wasn't a extra value, then you'd just take the Sananko for sure, but there's so much in this, and I think there's also Dora as well. Ooh. You throw the 1 pin. Nope, just folding. Oh, Con!
There is a Kong.
No Condor either. That's another thing in JPML A rule. Yeah, this is a Dora and a Tone. So each Sumo Tone Dora is Mongon. That makes a lot of sense why the greedier Sun Anko play was not taken. Formon isn't it. Oh, there's one of those dealing tiles, but that is a fold.
And you
There it
toss
is.
it.
Sumo, Reach, Sumo, Tone, Dora. Don't need to calculate the foo there. It's just Mongon.
Oh shoot, Furuhashi into first place for
2,100.
this game.
4,100. Well, yeah, Konno takes the way of Kabari there. The dealer payment. So minus 41, 4,100. And Furuhashi is going to be in first place, 38,300. Hamano's falling way back. Sasaki is still within striking range.
Yeah, for this game, he has so many points to make up for this series, so he's going to
Yeah,
be getting some big hands.
you have to hope to stop digging the hole in this situation. Ooh, double East and a floating Chundora. Potential route for Mongon for Furuhashi. Oh, well, that's just Honetsu. Might even be able to keep it closed. Nicey Peiko draw there with the 3-3-4-4-5. 1-2-3. That fills the penchant. Out goes the 7. One so likely going to be held as a pair. Does still have the penchant 8 and 9 pin, though. Chundora being held. Oh, perfect fill there with the 7. 3 pin 2-3-3-5. Not an ideal shape. We'll hold it for now, but not what you're looking for. 8M does nothing. Ooh, that's a nice draw. He just cuts the 1. Okay, well, I guess that's how you use the 3s. Just draw a third one. Don't have to worry about it. Ooh, interesting decision point here. You could cut 7, so you could cut 6, 7. In Monzu, you could cut the Shaw. Those are the 6 Mon. So Honetsu is definitely the play. Super wide Ishunten here with the 4, 6, 6, 6, 7, 8. Four pin. Okay, yeah, just cut the penchant for sure. 7 goes back. 9 so doesn't do anything. Was thrown earlier, so it's useless here. 1 mon, same story. Was thrown earlier, doesn't do anything. And that is Ishunten. Tone. 6 that is not Tempai. And it doesn't really add much. It's a little bit of Ukiari if you keep the 6, but you want the Peiko anyway, so not going to bother. Kind of surprised the 3 so wasn't held. You do have a 2 so the discard, but I like. Ooh, Dora pair up.
And this is not just Hoitsu. I think it's also going to end up being Chitoitsu, all pairs.
Well, all sorts of value in there if you can finish. Ishunten here, of course, 2 pin would also be Tempai.
I don't know if he gets a 6 though, then he'll go for the normal sort of Hoitsu hand. If If he pairs up some. Oh,
June.
he
Well,
pawns.
I mean,
Real
you
hand
just take
use.
that. Now you don't have to think about it. You have Hanemon ready to go. Ton is followed.
And I think I speak for Korag and myself when I say that we're happy
Ricci.
it's not a pair's hand.
Yes, as always. Well, that is a nice little Ricci. 9 doesn't deal enough. It's 3-pin, 6-pin. Out goes the West. It's a Intotsu with a 3-6-6 shape. Backing towards the Tanyao. Pei doesn't do anything. That's not it. That's not it. But it's not a great tile against this pond. At the same time, you're kind of wondering the 4-pin doesn't look that bad here. But if you're not going to throw the 8 later, you can just fold out now. And this is the dealer, so you really don't want to help the Honetsu. I just got to fold out.
Hoitsu and a reach.
Yeah, both scary.
Not convinced Konno has given up yet.
It's another tone. Could con. There's not really a downside to it. The question is, do you want the safe tile? Just hold the safe tile. Wrong 6. Either of the other ones was fine, but not that 6. Threw the 2 last turn. Threw it again now. 9-pin isn't it. Still not Tempai, even with that monster value.
And it's not like there's not a whole lot of Sozu here in Konno's hand. There's a few in Furuhashi's hand, and just a few in Hisato's. It's not like they're all being hoarded by all the other players. Although that
Yeah,
could be
Wall's
so.
just eating them. One, that's not it either. Well, you know that's clear. Not that word, not that tile. Oh, there's a Sumo reach. Sumo. There is some extra foo here because you have the 1-so Anko and effectively a 6-so Anko. So it is 2 Han 40, 700, 1300. And Sasaki will be dealer here in South Round now. All right. I see some pairs. I see more pairs than I'm comfortable with. Even if it's only 2, it's more than I'm comfortable with. Oh, well, this feels very Junchan. You do have the 224, but a 1-pin and Shansaku, Junchan, maybe a Dora. Tone, back it goes. 4-so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. 6-pin's a nice fill. Maybe just go Tanya with this hand. Well, Itsu is the plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Needs a 5 and a 7. Four-mon pair moving towards that Tanya.
Yeah.
In fact, now we see all the 4-mon.
I think that Chanta hand did not turn into Chanta.
Well, it normally doesn't. Chanta is an objectively bad hand.
Looks more like a possible San Anko hand, 3 concealed triples.
There are times that Chanta is something you go for, but normally it's something you're picking up and you're going for other things. I mean, unless you keep it close. If you keep it close, then great. The 2 Han is worth quite a bit, but that's so ridiculously hard. 7 so, gonna hedge the Peiko, also Chitoitsu out in there. Dora, okay, well, that may end up just ending the hand because it desperately needs a 4 mono. We know they're all dead.
There's one. You can't take it. All right.
Aku pair up, okay. I think you just have to cut the 4 pin here, don't you?
Refund?
No, 3 mods Dora. We're not, didn't we just say we're never doing that?
Yeah, we did. Sometimes I forget. Dora comes out of my hand. Sometimes I forget to look at
Well,
or
that is Ishan 10.
my famous move of asking someone to turn over the Dora while I have my discard in my hand and proceed to discard, even though it ends up being the Dora.
Gets the 9 so again. Gonna be hard to get a pair in that hand, though. Ooh, that's an interesting draw. Do you go 6 pin? Goes the 4 so. Kind of the same thought process going 4 so. South goes back. 3 so. Well, I guess 3 so's your pair. This is just Tanya. I got 1 so and 9 so. Hold my pay as my safe tile. Goes the 9 first.
1 so a bit later since there's so many blockers. It's going to be a bit
Right,
safer
with all
later.
those 3s. Oh, well, that's Tempai. This is Dama. Out comes the Dora. This is Sananko Haku. Waiting 1 so, 4 so. Of course, thing of, oh, that is Ricci, Pinfu, Dora, possible Tanyao. With the 6-9 mon weight. And there's our Ishunten, and uh-oh, that 1 so. Oh, we may see a deal it. Nope, gets away from it at least this turn. Six mon goes out. That is the expensive end. Reach, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora, Mungan.
I just got saying that that 1 so is going to be safer because of all the blockers. It was not safer.
Yes, and that's a deal into the dealer. Hamano in big trouble now. Sasaki started to finally close that gap. Ideally, of course, trying to catch Konno, who's sitting in a reasonably comfortable 3rd place right now.
He had such a big lead coming in that 3rd place. I mean, as long as you're positive in A rolls and because of the waterfall Uma, it's a completely different strategy in that aspect. As long as he's positive, he's going to stay ahead of everybody else because the difference in Uma is not that big.
All right, it was just Hikono with a Yakuhai pair of the West. We also saw 2 Dora for Furuhashi. There's a nice little Pinfu hand. And as mentioned, there is the Shaw pair.
That was a lot of pairs, too.
It's just toy. It's fine. Toy, as long as you know it doesn't exist, it can't hurt you. Ooh, Tanya play. I like the 9.
Yep. not keeping all these pairs.
1 3 so. Hatsu pair. Has 2 Dora, so it may just be call and go at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be a ticket to end Sasaki's turn at dealer and try and get back ahead of him for Furuhashi.
4 so is a nice draw. Now you have the 1 3 4. Ah, another pair. Nope. That's the one we got rid of earlier. It's back. Well, it's back in the pond now. There's our call of the shot, as expected. There isn't really any value in this hand, so staying... Oh, would have drawn it, though. That is unfortunate. The last one on the wall. Just right behind. Ooh, that's Ishan 10 for Tanyao. Four, five, six. Ishanten here for the Shaw. Out comes the Hatsu. That will be Poland. This is the 2 Dora hand, of course. Tone goes back. 7. It extends the shape a bit, but I think that's an 8 mon into discards, which means a 4, 5, 6, 7 isn't that useful. We're to see a call for Tanya Dora 1, waiting 3 pin, 6 pin.
That's one away. That Dora is kind of getting in the way there. But he
There it is.
needs
The
it.
graphics guys will get there eventually, but there's the poll and Tempai now 2-so, 5-so. This is Ishunten as well. Can go 8-so or 6-mon. There's the 2-so. Deals in. Just the Shaw. When Konno ends the dealer turn here, picks up 1,300.
Not enough to knock Sasaki out of first place.
Just ending the dealer turn is generally fine. And that's really the big difference between A rules and B rules, or B rules basically being similar to WRC, where the B rules, of course, you have a Patsu or a Condor, etc. In A rules, if there's no value, just go fast.
And we used to call it B rules in JPML, but they've now switched it officially to WRC rules. With, I think, occasionally there's some modifications, but it generally follows the same rules as the international WRC rules.
All right. Ooh, 2-so's a great fill. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 6-pin connects to the 5-5. 1-so pair up. Okay, looking like a Pinfuan. Maybe get a door in there as well. 7 connects with the 5. That is no Ishanten. Another pair. Uh-oh, I have some bad news.
Hope you're sitting down.
That is Tempai.
Doesn't
I
like
love
it.
the 7 cut. Yeah, this is, without other ways to produce value, that is a very standard cut. Is we fish for the Peiko Pinfu here versus just taking the Richidomi bad weight. The 7-so isn't even that useful given the earlier 5 cut, but it's effectively the same thing either way.
I think he sees it's a little bit safer to Konno, and that might
You
have
know,
been the
onto the
only
safe
reason.
tile. Yeah, that's what I'd figure as well. Again, the goal is the Peiko. Well, now you have 2 Peiko to choose from. Just to actually get one of them to fill in. 3-so Onko, very wide shape. 7 goes back. Of course, just looking for the door. I mean, oh, yuck! I mean, you can read this. Yeah, this is a Chun 2-so weight, but you're obviously hoping to draw the Chun and just call Sumo and not worry about it. This is not Tempai. Five pin is safe here. 5-so is also safe. Goes the 5-so. In this situation, you're really hoping Furuhashi is waiting on that 3-so, 6-so weight because you have all of them just blocked. Well, that is Tempai. It would be just Tanya would have to throw the 3-bon.
The thing is, as dealer, you don't want to give up on the hand.
Will Dama here looking for some more value potential.
Or possibly a better weight.
Both? Both is good.
Both is good.
Oh, another 2-so is Suji, but there's only one of them anyway, because the hand's using so many. Oh, unfortunate, the 4. Tone is not the winning tile, of course. Eight pin. Well, switches it. Richi's okay. Says this Shampon's good enough, and doesn't have 1,000.
I mean, creates a Suji for both players, and even though it's a complete reach Suji trap, when you're trying to fold against 2 players, sometimes that's enough.
Well, plus there's also an early 9-pin cut, so the 8 doesn't even look that scary. Because the reason that the Richi Suji is usually dangerous is the Ryankan shape, and that's not what happened here. With an early 9, it's not usually that, because you often keep the 2 blocks with a 4, 6, 8, 9. So we have double Shumpons, 2-so Chun versus 8-pin 6-so. Nine Mon. That is the door. It never feels good to draw that, but oh, there it is going to be a call. This is Tempai waiting on the Ryanman there. Yeah, the 4-7 pin. It wants. We have 3 players Tempai now.
Konno hoping to snipe one of the reach players.
Or both of them. The 2 sticks are very valuable here.
He gets it himself.
Sumo! Okay, fine. If you won't give it, I'll just take it myself.
Double South and Adora. 1,000,
Yes, it's
2,000.
actually a pretty big hand. 1,000, 2,000, and more importantly, the 2 sticks. So that's a 6,000 point hand into first place. Not by a ton, but Konno is the person the table does not want to finish first because it becomes very difficult to chase him down if he starts opening up a lead like this. If the game were to end here, you see he would be the only person above 0.
Just been dominating since game 1, basically.
And workable hand as a floating Dora. You want to go Honitsu, but the 222 pin says you probably don't. And he says, well, that's not stopping me. Nice little Pinfu type hand. This hand has a pair of East, but that doesn't help at all. Decent hand with a 6-7 mon. 3-pin back. Oh, yeah, just playing for the Sunanko route. Or dare I say Suanko?
This looks like Kokushi for us.
Yeah, that's an I don't know what to do with the hand, so I'm just going to go Kokushi. Which is very reasonable. Right. Haku pair up. Okay, well, this hand now has a plan. Seven, 8, 9. Pay Onko. That is. Wait, what?
That's one away from Suanko. One Gen Shanten.
It was also Tempai for 3-so with the Sun Onko, but didn't want to throw the Haku.
For good reason. Look at it here in Furuhashi's hand.
Yeah, but Tempai.
I think we see Furuhashi maybe go for pairs here. It's just one away for pairs.
Yeah, he's trying to decide whether to cut the 9 mon. I like the 5 mon. Yeah, I like this a lot. You're not forcing yourself into this situation, but you're leaving it as a very likely outcome. 4-pin does nothing. 5-pin not worth holding on to. Kogoshi's just not really budging, which is what Kogoshi tends to do. Oh, no!
But now he's Tempai with Sananko.
It is, yes, Sananko, Dora 2. Oh, well, good luck with that. Well, speaking of Suanko, I got the 8-pin cut. Yeah, with 1 out, it's not that useful as a pair anyway. Ooh. This is cut a block. You go headless cutting the 5-pin, but cuts the 6-7. Yeah, Konno is Dama Tempai for Mangon, but that hand is never going to finish. Because I don't see any way he gets off that weight, and I don't see any way the Anko is broken.
Yeah, Furuhashi had discarded the 9 earlier and actually committed to pairs, then we would have seen that.
Then there'd be some danger, yes.
No, there's no way.
Oh, there is the Suanko Tonki. And then we're going to see the call down. And this is waiting 6-9 pin for Haku Dora 3.
And even though we don't have Kiriage Mangan with the Fu in that hand, it's going to already round up to 8,000 points for Furuhashi. And there it is.
Here's
right
the
away.
6. Surprise! I had all the Dora. So 8,000 directly off Konno drops him into third, still in the positives. So would end up getting a small positive with this game. But Furuhashi into first place, but in the unenviable position of being dealer and all last in first. As unenviable because you can't just say, "Hey, I'm good." We have to keep running through the games.
Yeah, not in his position. In Konno's position, maybe. But not with only +6. He's got to try
Yeah,
and
you got to
gain
try
some
and run it
points.
up. Ooh, Junchan. Going to be hard to find a pair in that hand. I feel that's one of the tricky things you don't really think about is in Junchan, finding that final pair is often really frustrating. Ooh, ew. 112333. If you just draw the 2-pin, it's Ipeco, and you don't have to worry about it. But otherwise, you may end up having to use the 3 as the pair, and all your value just instantly dies. I don't even care. I'm cutting 7, so I don't even mind cutting 3-pin. 2, so okay. Wants the 79 Sanshigu route.
Yeah. Taking that over the Ipeco possibility.
5, 6, 7. That is now Ishan 10. Tumon. Nope. 6, so. 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. Nice little wide shape. And the suit there. Oh, 7. Oh, interesting. Going to fish for an Ipeco play. Maybe with the 5, 6, 7, 7. 2, so. Another Sozu. Hatsu goes back. Hatsu being held as a safe tile here. 5, so, ugh. Ugh. That does not help at all. Well, which run do you want? You could even go pay if you want. I
Yeah, I
kind of
think
like pay.
the only reason he
There it
even thought
is.
about it for a second is because he's in the North Sea. I think that's, yeah, you don't need that pay.
Ooh, 9-pin's an interesting draw. Now you do have a possible Heiko, but you need the last 9-pin. Because there has one been discarded. Wait, is that Tempai? I don't think so. If it is, it's somewhere like 2 so 4 so. No, definitely not Tempai. 4, 5, 7. Now you have the 5, 6, 7 Sanshiku route as an option. 6-pin. Well, do you just go Chinitsu now? Forget everything else. And yeah, Chinitsu is the plan. That is now Ishan 10. The same tie over and goes, wait, what? Okay. That is Ishan. Okay, going to take the Ishan to not the ideal one, but oh, well, draw one, cut a 1, but from the offsuit. That is Tempai.
By Tanyo
And there's
and
our
Pinfu.
Dama, Pinfu Tanyao. Waiting on the 5-pin and 8-pin. Close, but the 4 is not it. Itsu now, potentially, but still no pair. Not going to deal the 5 in. Cuts the 9. Tune being held. Shaw doesn't do anything. 9 watt. Well, that's your pair. The problem is you ever throwing the Haku. If you are, you kind of might even do it now, but you could also go 2 mon and just make a decision later. And that is the play. That's Tempai. There's our Pinfu waiting on 4-pin, 7-pin.
don't think a direct hit is even quite enough to
Oh, there's the 5.
take
Doesn't
first.
matter.
Yeah. Konno gets it. Does not change the placing at all. All it does is lock in Konno's positive score.
Yeah, 2,000. Furuhashi will hold on to first place by 100. You see the difference there. It's not huge because it's split 9-5-1, I believe.
No, it's 8-3-1.
So 8-3-1. Okay, so it's even smaller. Yeah, you see very small difference between first and second there, but poor Hamano takes a huge hit.
It's
Minus 39.4.
plus 12 and minus 12. And who is that on there? That's we just have
That
to show
appears to
Garth's
be a
commercial.
Garth.
That's a Garthy. That's a Garthy in the wild. He's telling you that you're gonna have to pay if you want to keep watching, basically. I think that we have a little bit. I think they go for an hour when they finish early, and this game did finish very quickly. So we'll probably have 1 or 2 hands when we come back from the break that you can watch, and then after that you're gonna have to switch over to the the members only stream. You got to be a JPML superfan to access that. And we'll show the final 3 games under that. We will keep the free broadcast on as long as the JPML Japanese channel has their free broadcast going. So now we're going to take a quick break.
Basically, they just don't want the Japanese viewers to come over here and just watch the English one and listen to us. That they obviously want their own broadcast to be successful, and we're getting it from them, so we go along with it. Of course, if you are interested in seeing all that, you can, of course, join here, hitting the join button underneath on your screen. It's not that expensive, but you will also be able to see the games after the break. With that, we will wait for the commercials.
Yep, thank you, everybody. Yeah. And welcome back. We are live again. I just realized that I had day 1 still on the waiting screen. Today is day 2. And it looks like we have almost like 4 discards for that we get to watch for free in the next game. So we will watch those 4 discards, and then I will have to cut off the free stream, and we'll go behind the paywall. Remember, you have to be a JPML superfan to watch. It's not just today's stream. We have some VODs that you can watch as well from other live streams. We're also going to have the Orai tournament this week, the Wakajishi tournament this week, final tables for both of those. Ranwa early next month, and I think probably Masters as well. Although I might be in San Francisco at that time, but we'll see. We'll work it out and stream you as many live final tables as we can. And the more members we get, the more games and events that we can stream live. So if you enjoy the content, then please support us if you have the means. Don't feel pressure. We will still be bringing you as much as we can for free as well. It's not a it's not a get rich scheme, but we do have to show them that we are supported outside of Japan with these streams. And we should be getting started any minute now. It's not quite going yet, but I'll go ahead and switch to the stream screen. It's playing, right? Yeah. It is playing. It's hard to tell when it's still like that. And no chat, of course, but we had some chatting before the break as well that I didn't pick up. I had to explain to a new player who had to try really hard and opened a bunch of forced chanta that this hand was only worth 1,000. That is true. There's the stream, there's the players. All right, so we just have a few discards that we can watch here, and then we'll have to switch over to the live, I'm sorry, to the paywall, the members only stream.
All right, so we'll get at least a look at the hands. 7-so is the Dora. Oh, just wake up with 2 7-so and a very good starting hand, so that's a pretty dream start there. Down a middling hand. Pinfu, nothing fancy. Pinfu hand, maybe just Tanya there as well. And a Shaw pair, but that's not the West seat, so maybe a Chitoitsu type hand. There goes the North. Seven go to hell. Ooh, 3-so, okay. 1 pin doesn't do anything. We'll cut that or the honor, just throws it back. South goes back. 607 or 6-mon, 7-mon. Dora draw fits in very well. 3-so. Now the question is, how aggressively towards Chitoitsu are you? And that is fairly. 5-so, not even consider it because you don't ever want to cut that Dora. Just keep the Dora pair locked in.
All right, and we got to cut
5,
off
6,
the free
7.
stream now.